So one of the first things we're going to talk about with church photography and videography is really knowing your environment. This is my church. We are a small church, it's an older church, and it's sometimes difficult when it comes to sound and lighting. What sounds good, what will transpose on the screen properly, has a lot to do with your environment. So if you look around, it's not a very big church, but it does pose quite a few obstacles when you're trying to record. It's best to have a background that is not too distracting. So that's really difficult. Although there's not much going on up there, there are a lot of things for people to look at, rather than your subject and what they're trying to say to the congregation. So finding a good solid wall, it's helpful. Is this a solid wall? Well, we've got these panels. It's not, I don't think it's too distracting, but it's not solid, so it's not ideal. We have this nice crown molding. Again, aesthetically it looks good, but not necessarily on video. So again, we need a solid wall, and that helps quite a bit. Now, occasionally I'll do announcements from this perspective, and I'll blur the background by either having everything dark and a solid spotlight on your subject. And occasionally I think that's okay, but it's definitely not ideal. The sound here is really uncomfortable as well. There's an echo. I'm not sure if it's come through on the camera or not, but this is a tough spot. It doesn't look too bad for a lot of different things, but for your church announcements, which are pretty much 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes long, you just want to the point, have the subject right there, and it just makes it easier on the viewer in hopes that they're going to pay attention to what's being said. So again, your environment is super important because you have to have your lighting situation. You need to have your sound correctly. You don't want to have distractions in the background. You want your reader or your person doing the announcements to be the sole purpose and the sole focus of the video. And at that point, the information that's being shared has the greatest chance of being consumed by the listener. So I think these things right now will be, I guess, lesson 1 in church announcements, video at church. Obviously, there's plenty of other steps and other things we want to take a look at, but I think that's the takeaway right now, is to know where you're going to take your pictures, where you're going to take your video, where you're going to do the announcements. They need to be consistent, a different spot, a different color, a different everything, week in, week out. It kind of hurts your church branding. So something that's consistent across the board, people learn what they're about to see, they know the deal. And so again, for church announcements, the same, basic, no distractions, clear, high energy, and that's it. So next time, thanks for watching.